So our question for today is isomorphic strings, and isomorphic strings are basically strings where we could manipulate the characters in the first string to get the second string with the conditions that no two characters may map to like the same character in the second string. So we can't have something like EGS and ADD, because here G maps to D and S maps to D, so no two characters could map to the same element. And the way that we could approach this would be to have a map of every character that we have seen in S, and we could map the values from S to the corresponding values of T, and we could kind of iterate and check if a given element in our S string has another maps to another value that doesn't match the element at the same index position at C. So this could be better explained with code. So let's call this bool is isomorphic. This is our function, and we have string S and string T. And we could create an unordered map of characters and characters and call this list. Then we could create another unordered map. This second map is for it is to see whether any given element in our C string already has been indexed. So we could create a for loop, call this into I equal to 0, I is less than S the length, I plus plus. So we could go if list defined Si is equal to list the end, then so if our given element at S, if we've never encountered it before, we could then check if list2 dot find Ci is equal to list dot end. So what we're doing here is list2 dot end. So what we're doing here is we're trying to see if the supposed corresponding value for Si, so the Ci value, if it already exists in our hash table. So if another element has already been mapped to it, like in the case where I explained, let's say S is equal to EGS, and C is equal to ADD. So if we insert this into our hash table and make the value to be A, we insert this, make the value D, and we check our hash table for this and we don't find it, but then we check our second hash table for D and we do find it, then we know that one element from S already maps to it. So in this case we could, since no element maps to it here, if list2 dot find Ci is equal to list2 dot end, we could go list Si is equal to ci, and we could go here, list2 ci is equal to, we could actually make this anything we want, any character we want. So we could make this a or b, or we could just make it si. We just need to know that it exists. We don't care about the value. So here we check if list2.find ci is equal to list2.end. Then we set the values of list and list2. Then we go else, we return false, because this breaks our constraint that no two characters may map to the same character. And with this we could then go else if list si is not equal to ci. So if si is already in our list but it maps to something different than ci, we would also want to return false. And we could, outside our loop, return true. This means that no red flags were caught and these two strings are isomorphic. Thank you. Please like and subscribe.